How do you get yourself to stand out of the crowd? How do you get your voice to be heard? Why should anyone listen to you, notice you, or like you? As it turns out, there is a pattern of behavior that ensures that you're not only noticed, heard, but also liked. Think about the millions of organizations and leaders. Amidst the cacophony outside, what does it take for some of the leaders and organizations to stand out, to be heard, and to be liked? The secret why only few organizations and some of the leaders are able to inspire is the way they communicate. Be it Apple, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, or Ratan Tata, leaders like them think, act, and communicate differently, which is completely opposite to how the rest of the world communicates. Let me share with you the three-dimensional formula of communication. The communication formula to inspire people. The what and the how and the why are the three bases of communication. Now, most of the organizations, they know what they do. That is the product they sell or the service they sell. A lot of organizations also know how they do what they do. That is their USP, unique selling proposition, which makes them better than their competitors. But trust me, very, very few organizations know and communicate clearly their why. Why is that reason which gets us to do what we want to do happily and willingly. Even in absence of a reward or an ulterior bait, we do what we do, the total investment into it. That is the power of why. The why should not be confused for the money, because money is just the tangible return of what and how. Most of the organizations and leaders that inspire, they start their communication with why. Next time you're watching an advertisement, just hear out for what is it that the ad is talking about. Are they talking about the what they do and how to reach them, or how are they able to do it better than their competitors? Or are they talking about their why they do what they do? Let me share a couple of examples to further corroborate the power of why. Patanjali. Millions of people in India buy Patanjali, not because of what they sell and how they are better than their competitors, but because they communicate their why very powerfully. Their why is their belief in Swadeshi. Dell is a company that makes computers. Just like Apple, it makes all the products that Apple makes. Some years back, Dell launched its MP3 music player. But that confused people. People hesitated. Now, who buys MP3 music players from a company that makes computers? The quagmire the people were in was because of the communication. Dell had been defining itself by its what they make. They make computers. Whereas Apple had always defined itself by its why it exists. Hence, at one hand, people rejected Dell's MP3 music player. However, at the same hand, people lapped up Apple's MP3 music player called iPod. iPod became an instant hit in the market, whereas Dell's MP3 player was a complete disaster commercially. So if you notice carefully, all the leaders and organizations that are remarkable and stand out of the crowd, they start their communication with why. Now, the link between inspiration and communication can also be applied to people and leaders. People who communicate their why clearly often lead, and leaders who communicate their why clearly are people who inspire masses. Every piece of communication from you tells the people what you believe in your core value system. So whatever you do, think, and act consistently 365 days of the year, 24/7, formally or informally, at home or at work, with friends or with family, all of that, when done consistently, communicates to the world your why, your value system. And that is what people associate with or choose not to associate with. So while we at Quench are working hard to help our teams and our clients to fortify their why so that they can be more inspiring leaders at work and parents at home, how are you developing your why? How are you working hard on building your skills to inspire people around you? Just think.